Hand clap to the master brothers and sisters. We have made it here to another vibrations on this Mystelics Reacts. Shall big up all the Mystelics family. You've definitely tuned into this vibration. Hand clap goes out to every single one of you guys, and of course the newcomers that they big up on yourself, the new individuals who've tuned into these vibrations, guys. Don't forget, give your thoughts as well, and I appreciate you guys for being a part of these vibrations as well today. Again, brothers and sisters, what are your thoughts, brothers and sisters? These are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment box below. This is why the comment box is there, brothers and sisters. Do not message me. Some of you keep messaging me and all you expect me to answer. I'm not messaging all you back. Right there. Leave your thoughts and comments so that others can see. It's not from me alone. What are you messaging me for? Leave the thoughts and comments in the comment box below. I read them there as well too. So leave your thoughts and comments so others can see as well. Anyways, brothers and sisters, with that said, right there, don't forget to click the like button, brothers and sisters. Click the thumbs up button, help to push these videos further and further out there. Click it, brothers and sisters. Don't be shy. Click it, my goodness. Click it. Click the thumbs up button right there, brothers and sisters, to help push these videos further and further there. And of course, don't forget to do what if you've not done so. Subscribe and turn on that post notification. Of course, you can click the thing right there, brothers and sisters. It is right there. This red little thing that you see right there. Click it, man. So of course, and then click subscribe. Click the bell and click all to be notified when I publish my videos in that regard right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, without further ado, there's something very interesting taking place, brothers and sisters, on the flight to Dominica. So apparently, on Win Air, apparently, brothers and sisters, there was a bit of a circumstance. I'm
making this video that we are on aircraft going to Dominica, and there's lots of fuel coming in. Yes. 11 of us on this flight. I've never ever seen that in my entire life. So, Father Jesus, in thy hand.
You have to pray with? Boy, that's why you have to pray. She said fuel is not, well, fuel is supposed to be inside the plane. Not inside where you be, you know. Fuel not supposed to be leaking into the plane, brothers and sisters. Now, the interesting thing about that thought process, brothers and sisters, if there's fuel leaking into the plane, is there fuel leaking outside of the plane too? She's apparently on a flight, brothers and sisters, to Win Air, brothers and sisters, and apparently that is the circumstance right there, man. There's also another video part of it, as you can see. Let's continue on these vibrations right there. So as you can see, brothers and sisters, I don't think I see clearly, but the ground is looking crystal, and it seems like Uncle is sliding. That is the fuel, brothers and sisters, the fuel inside, and auntie them praying. Yes, I would. What? Chanta Samis, of course. Probably they decide it's Dominica, brothers and sisters. Oh my goodness. So, I don't know, I just saying what I want, brothers and sisters. You guys can believe me if you want or not. But it seems like anytime we're hearing that there's planes or something of that sort coming to Dominica, there's always something that's going to be happening, man. Now, Winner is a plane that I like. I never had any issues with Win Air. But for some reason or the other, maybe they decided, hey, Dominica not going. Send that much people on the plane coming to Dominica. Send that little plane instead. Don't give them the real plane. Don't give them the better plane. Because as you can tell, there's not much people in the plane. Well, I saw this video a while ago.
Turning back, Lord Jesus, just help us, my husband, if anything happens, I just want to tell you I love you.
She's making sure she film. She's making sure if they get her phone, at least they will be able to see the videos and say, hey, she loves us and so forth. That is our final words. Thank God you make it, auntie. Thank God. People have to be keeping their foot in the air, and if you will, all under the seat. That's why the bag is on the chair. No, normally you're supposed to be the bag under the seat, but apparently this time, but I have to get seat belt. Now you can pretty much tell that there's a lot of seats available. So maybe these people decide, hey, there's not much people going to Dominica. Let us give them the old plane. Maybe. I mean, if there's not much people coming to Dominica, and there's a plane available that is, you know, not the best, and then, you know, you have other people going other places, maybe more in attendance, you know, maybe they go in Antigua in the full flight, you know, so they decide they're giving Dominica the old Wheezy plane. But brothers and sisters, as I'm saying this thing right there, the thought comes to mind that, okay, didn't they do any servicing of the plane when the plane landed, or did they check to see if there's any leakages, or did they, you know, when they land the plane, they tend to fill the plane with fuel and stuff, you know, and check tires and so forth and so forth. Did they do a thorough investigation of the plane? Because when the plane in the sky and the plane leaking fuel inside of the plane, brothers and sisters, and you in the sky, you can say, hey, driver, put me down, please. Driver, put me down, please. You have to take parachute and jump out. Question here is, how much parachute on the plane for you to jump out? May say, brothers and sisters, I think they need to be doing something about that sentiment. Right there, the lady praying, saying, I love you, husband, and love you, friends and family. But thank God, brothers and sisters, she made it. It actually got a thing right there. Let me see if I can get it for you guys. Okay, guys, I think I got it right there. And this, oh my goodness. Okay, we'll have to change this up. Let's change this up right there, guys. This is what this individual is saying to his auntie. Glad you're safe, auntie. Yes, thank God, I smell fuel. I feel sick in my stomach. Oh, my stomach. Oh, brothers and sisters, the fuel sometimes can mess up people. Where was the, I guess, where was the flight? Flight was from St. Martin to Dominica, so Win Air from St. Martin to Dominica. I've flown that route a number of times. I think I rather Win Air than what is it called, Inter-Caribbean? Yes, man, I rather Win Air. Flow all the fuel inside. Give me Win Air over Inter-Caribbean. Gasa, you gonna miss your flight with the Caribbean Airlines. Gasa, look at baby boy. Anyways, so from St. Martin to Dominica, and apparently that happened on May 13th. That was about 13 days ago. With flight WM853, customer service sent the auntie an email this morning apologizing for the fuel leakage and of a free round trip ticket. Okay, because I was just about to ask, you know, was there any sort of compensation? Was there any sort of thing like that? But apparently they decided to give a free round trip. I'm guessing a round trip to St. Martin. Well, I'm happy about that. At least you get hopefully the next plane. But sometimes what they do, brothers and sisters, I remember when I make some videos sometimes of flights, and it seems like they just pay attention to my videos, because when I make the videos and I'm back again, it's like they remember, and then they make sure that that next situation never happens to me again. It's like they will put you, oh, that flight is not good, Mystelics is there, don't put him on that flight, put him on that flight. This has literally happened. I remember one time I was going somewhere, and I was going on a particular flight, and then the person came to me and asked, are you this so and so? I say, yes. I say, oh no, we have changed your flight. I don't know if it's coincidence or something like that, but that happened to me. I think about once or twice. I think that happened to me twice already. I don't know if that is the case, but this is my only conclusion right there. But thank God the individuals reached safely. But I think St. Martin, you guys need to do regular checkups on your flights, because when problems happen in the sky, something that something that could have been prevented, you know, you cannot say, oops, sorry, no. Now the lady was sick and her stomach, but at least only giving her a free round trip. Hopefully only put on a proper flight. First class. Hey, brothers and sisters, on a proper flight. Put all of them who were there on a proper flight, round trip, as a result of this kind of circumstance right there, because it was an uncomfortable circumstance. I remember one point in time where I get a belly cramp on a plane, gas, and let me tell you something, thank God for water. I get a belly cramp, brothers and sisters, I get an air cramp already, Gasa, and then for you to be in certain conditions and you wish in the flight land. I just saying this to point out that she's probably, you know, she stated that her stomach was really upset, and you know, this kind of circumstance was happening to her, and to be in a flight where you're so uncomfortable, oh my goodness, you want the plane to land and it's not landing at all. What could they do? What could they do? At least the flight attendants could have come and tried to lessen the thing and maybe spray something, Febreze or something, you know, to lessen the scent. But fuel sometimes does smell so bad sometimes. It really, I don't know. But at least try something, you know. They just figured, hey, I get my money. I went about my business, boy. All right. Sorry, it's not my plane. It's not me. But I think there needs to be regular checkups to prevent any sort of problems from happening in the near future. So I just had to point this out right there. Thank God these individuals are safe and made it. And of course, we are just happy for that right there. All right, guys. So we're moving along right there in that regard. Of course, Scarrett. the Prime Minister of Dominica has decided to make a speech, on the March 19th protest action. Of course, this is going to be followed up by some sort of some statement that has been made by the Bar Association. We'll get into that at the moment, brothers and sisters, but let's listen to what Scary. I know sometimes you don't like to listen to what Scary is saying because Scary just does talk for talking's sake. I mean, he is the prime reason why it happened. He come in and give statement. What could you possibly say, Scary? What? You are the one causing this to happen. You are the one infringing on people's rights and using the police to go after people, Scary. How on earth you can give any sort of state? What kind of... What? Anyways, let's continue, brothers.
Let's look at the trilogy of electoral reform laws passed in Parliament on March 19, 2025.
We all know that it was catering to you, Scary. You made sure that the thing catered to you. You made it seem as if you give people, voter ID cards, a number of things, re-registration, blah, blah, blah. We all know that gimmick. We all know the gimmick, Scary. Back to zero with you at an advantage for electoral reform, which will reflect an unfair advantage to you.
It represents the most significant undertaking in the history of our independent nation to reform and modernize the electoral process for continuous improvement of free, fair, and credible elections.
Scary, come on. Scary, come on. Come on, Scary. Free, fair, and credible Really? Scary?
As a backbone of our democracy. The development of these landmark election laws featured extensive national consultations and best practice guidance.
Which you guys have, you completely rejected. Remember when you give about $750,000 to Dennis Byron? He gave the thing and you trashed it. Civil Society of Dominica decided they come to present their stuff to you, of which they would reflect the will of the people, and you rejected it. Then I think you and the Attorney General go and only make all the whole thing and only passing it in Parliament. And then all you making like an argument. Okay, we'll put this for you, we'll put that for you. Scary, I mean, it doesn't take rocket science to see what is going on, Scary. You know, brothers and sisters, and I keep pointing this out all the time. It is not what you say about this party and that party, and it has nothing to do with parties out there. The root of Dominica's problem is the very electoral reform process that Scary them has hijacked. And it is not free, it is not fair, and it does not reflect the will of the people. Because they have hijacked it to suit their favor, not the will of the people, brothers and sisters. Not them at all. So how can a man be talking about having free and fair elections when he's the cause of the very reason why it is not free and fair? And I keep in mind, brothers and sisters, I keep telling all you over and over, it has nothing to do with party, it has nothing to do with Thompson Fountain doing things, and nothing to do with new party coming up. It doesn't matter which party you put there. As long as the electoral reform is not properly done, doesn't matter which party you put there, they will always lose, with Scary them taking the advantage because they have manipulated the system to suit their favor. And they're doing this, and I don't, keep in mind, I understand why he's doing this, He don't want to take jail, he don't want no problems, brother and sister. You don't want no problems. No, 99 problems, but elections is not one. Brothers and sisters, that is the sentiment right there. He doesn't want to have problems. We need to ensure that elections reflect the free and fair will of the people, especially those living in Dominica. We want to say, okay, those outside, want to vote. And no problem if you want to vote, okay, great. But you need to have your own constituencies. Where they have those closer to England or closer to the United States, whichever you associate with, that's when you outside, you vote outside, brothers and sisters. In these constituencies, proper representation. That is how it should be. With a democratic process to see who will be the pal reps of these constituencies. So it doesn't infringe on the right of the people living in Dominica. You will get a stake, but you won't get the total stake. Where government can go and take how much people from overseas and come and say, hey, we want to do this, and bring all sorts of people to come and tilt this scale, come from overseas to come to Dominica and tilt this scale to their favor. I'll say that again, brothers and sisters. Doesn't matter which party you put there. Only making noise with Lennox, only making noise with Thompson, only making noise with, well, only making noise with them independent candidates. It doesn't matter who you put there. As long as electoral reform, the root of the problem, is not uprooted and replanted, brothers and sisters, they will continuously win. And they will come and say that they have free and fair. Nonsense.
From international election management experts. This model of inclusivity.
But you're talking about international. Let me break that down for you, brothers and sisters. When the international people come and they see that they know that there's serious stains which need to be rectified. When scary them change up and they put up things and there are still stains, the international people still have to go on the merit of what is there and not what should be there. Because if what should be there is not there, then they cannot go of what should be there. They have to go based on what is written, brothers and sisters. And Scary knows this. When the OAS people off the record, they know that there was something wrong, but on the record, they have to go based off the laws. Even though the laws are outdated, they stated this. Some of the laws are outdated. And it is
transparency and accountability.
Oh boy.
In the execution of policy for better democratic governance stands as a highlight of the stewardship of the Dominica Labour Party in the last 25 years.
All blatant, willful lies. Security literally coming on camera to lie to the Dominican people and to the international community. You saying that has been the stalwart of the Dominican Labour Party when you know even Tony Aspavan wrote you a letter and said you should not provide electoral reform because it will ruin your re-election legacy. Really? Based on the letter that we saw? Really? Scared? Really? You come in and tell people, if you want to know somebody lying, brothers and sisters, listen to the words that they say and see if a reflection of reality.
I thank the members of Parliament, especially members of the opposition, for the unanimous support of the new Registration of Electors Act.
That is the only part that they supported, eh? They didn't support the others. They refused to vote for the others, brothers and sisters. I think you vote aye, nay, or you just don't vote at all. It seems like they just didn't vote at all for the other parts. They should have said nay. But they voted yes for that particular one that they're talking about right there.
Which provides for voter ID cards and cleaning of the voters list.
Scare it. Let's continue.
The two requests most hotly debated and in the highest demand on the electoral reform agenda.
Yeah. They also the campaign finance that apparently used to talk about back in the day to say, oh, it'll bring an equal playing field. Today, you're against it. None of that stuff right there. You're talking about voter ID cards. They wanted biometrics and a number of things. I'm against biometrics, but I know it's necessary. Brothers and sisters, I know it's necessary for free and fair elections. You don't want to put this stuff? No. You don't want to put this stuff. So anybody can come and make ID without any sort of biometric printing. If you have the biometric printing, if you scan your stuff, bow will pop up on the screen. But if you don't have the biometrics, brothers and sisters, anybody can come and make an ID without no connection whatsoever. Because if they're scanning something, then they will see you pop up on the screen and say, oh, that is you. Right? Or wrong? Yes. But if there's no scanning of anything, brothers and sisters, anybody can make the card and come and say, okay, let's do this. What about the use of state-owned media? What about it? All right. All you need to understand what's going on here.
I also thank the United Workers' Party for its support of the House of Assembly Elections Act and the Electoral Commission Act. According to the UWP political leader, Dr. Thompson Fontaine, we have, and I quote, no issue, end of quote, with those two pieces of legislation. And I think that missed the media.
Boy, Gasa, I think you have it wrong. The one that they voted for, they said they didn't have any problem with that. They have problem with the other two. Scary, you just listen to what people say.
And I think that missed the country.
It missed everybody. You alone that you miss.
But it begs the question, if the Registration of Electors Act provides for voter ID cards and a clean, accurate voters list, and the UWP has, quote unquote, no issue with the House of Assembly Elections Act and the Electoral Commission Act, then what was...
Thompson need to respond to that. Thompson need to respond to that part right there, because apparently
the purpose
and I'll post it for you guys as well.
of the March 19th protest action, which the police deemed an unlawful assembly.
The police deemed it unlawful, but it was very lawful. The police cannot deem it unlawful. It's the Constitution that have to deem it. And then you look at the Constitution and say the police said that the Constitution deems it unlawful. The police has zero right to deem anything is unlawful if it is against, if it is for the people or against them. They have to say what is constitutionally written. And we'll talk about that in a moment. In fact, let's go to it now, because this is the end of the clip that I have right there. All right. So there's a statement on events surrounding the March 19 protests in Dominica. Of course, the Dominica Bar Association issued a statement expressing our grave concern. Not true. That's what you state. I wonder why they take so long to respond. Anyways, our grave concern regarding the events surrounding the March 19, 2025 protests against the passage of electoral reform bills in Parliament, including the arrests made and charges brought in the aftermath. While we acknowledge and regret the considerable time, yes, considerable and inconsiderable time that you guys took. Anyways, that has elapsed since the subject's incidents. It is nonetheless important for the Bar Association to issue this statement to the public in keeping with the Bar Association's constitutional mandate. And they will talk about that in a moment, brothers and sisters. Further, the issues, this is on Emo News. Brothers and sisters, I'll post this link in the description so you guys can check it out. Further, the issues are still live ones. The delay in the issue of this statement was due to several non-related reasons. That's what all you claim. How on earth will Dominica and everybody from overseas make this statement and only know, only making a statement, only know? Unrelated, you mean to tell me we have so much issues that you couldn't make a statement on it? Is only no. You know how much statement I make on that? The entire world writes statements on that. St. Lucia doing nothing, giving statements about what is taking place in Dominica, and now only come and give statement, really? And talking about non-related reasons, really? Okay, who, me telling that? Okay, all right. Couldn't be me. Couldn't never be me, you telling that there. But anyways, but it has afforded the Bar Association the time to carefully consider the law, the relevant facts and circumstances, as far as we have been made aware, and to hold discussion with members regarding the issue. Now, it's interesting that they're talking about this. Now, brothers and sisters, I understand sometimes we believe that certain people might have more of a right, so to speak, when it comes down to dissecting laws and to break things down in certain mannerisms. But brothers and sisters, the Constitution is absolutely clear. A baby that can read and understand can definitely understand what is taking place in the Constitution. You do not need any special person to come and tell you, oh, that's what that there is. It is absolutely clear. It is not just absolutely clear for Dominican brothers and sisters, but across the world when it comes down to human dignity and rights by the people, when it comes down to a democratic nation or democratic nations. Very clear. There's no if about it. You don't need nobody to interpret. It's not a prophet that you need to interpret the Constitution. It's absolutely clear. Anyway, so I don't understand how on earth they say they have time to review and this kind of who you just read it. Just read it. It's there. We get to that in a moment, brothers and sisters. We have also had sight of statements made in the media by, that is what I'm talking about, in international. I forget what it means, brothers and sisters. I actually reacted to them. That was crazy right there. They should actually put the acronym inside there. But anyways, not the acronym. They should put actually the full name. I think it's Americans something of human rights or something of that sort. Anyways, the government and the learned director of public prosecutions, among others, as well as the sentiments expressed by some members of the public. We understand that the conflicting positions in the public sphere may be puzzling to some. Why would it be puzzling? We'll get into that, brothers and sisters. Puzzling to some, and the DBA, Dominica Bar Association, hopes by this statement to offer some clarity and perspective to the public. At the offset, the Dominica Bar Association wishes to affirm the rights of peaceful protest. They're reaffirming it. They don't have to reaffirm it. No, they can say, no, we don't reaffirm. They can say what they want. It is written in the Constitution. But anyways, they are pretty much saying what is in the Constitution right here. And always calls for adherence to the rule of law. We do not condone violence, rioting. None of that was taking place. In fact, it was the police that did something illegal by blocking the people's true right to assemble. That is what the police did. And as a result of that, the people say, hey, what are you doing? This is not constitutional. What you guys are doing is wrong. And as a result, what you're doing is wrong. We have a right to then do what we need to do. Because what you guys are doing is illegal and we have a right to assemble. And as a result, these people, even though they were moving the barriers, they have a right to do so. You cannot infringe on the people's rights and expect the people to abide. That is the creation of anarchy in society. But anyways, let's continue. We do not condone violence, rioting, and any form of unlawful behavior. That is the unlawful behavior caused by the police. But we remind all that freedom of conscience, expression, and blah, blah. Let's just continue. Let's go down to the Constitution because I fed up of reading. The constitutional rights, section 11 of the Constitution, the supreme law of the land. Not the riot act, not all of that stuff, not slavery rules, whatever, but it's the Constitution trumps every other law that it could be. Whether it's slavery law, whether it's riot law, whatever it is, brothers and sisters, the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. And this is what the Constitution is saying right there. Section 11 of the Constitution of Dominica states as follows: in its entirety, protection of freedom of assembly and associations. 11.1, except with his own consent, the person shall not be hindered. So the police putting up barriers in the place to stop people from protesting is against the Constitution, because as indicated in 11.1, brothers and sisters, except with his own consent, a person shall not be hindered in the enjoyment of his freedom of assembly and association. That is to say, his rights to assemble freely and associate with other persons, and in particular to form or belong to trade unions or other associations for the protection of his interests, not carried interests, but his interests, brothers and sisters. Nothing contained in or done under the authority of any law shall be held to be inconsistent. So anything that is against that rule should be thrown out, brothers and sisters. This is why we already know that whatever charges they brought to the people that they arrested will be dropped. And obviously, I think the people should sue. It must happen. But scary them. I tell you what, I tell you guys what they're doing, you know. It's about time. It is about time. You see what happened with Lennox, Thompson, and Edison? 8 years. 8 years. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. 8 years, brothers and sisters. 8 years, it's about killing time. They know this. And then as a result, if it has to take a whole 8 years, they're telling people they cannot go there, just dwindling the people's ability, even though it's reflection of the constitutional rights. Keep in mind, brothers and sisters, the Constitution doesn't give people his rights, you know. You know that? The Constitution does not give people the rights that they have. The Constitution reminds people of the rights that they have. You understand what I'm saying? I remember when a lawyer was explaining this to me, I said, wow, that is very true. Because human in their own dignity has certain rights given by God, the freedom given by God, brothers and sisters. And there was the expression of those who don't believe in God, and they said the freedom of nature in itself, there are consequences resulting in nature, but in the human element, there must be a moral and principle guiding factor, that of which, if you believe in God or not, the principle is still given by the Creator. I say, yes, That was beautiful right there, brothers and sisters. So it's not the Constitution that gives people rights. The Constitution reminds people of the rights that they already have. Just to let you guys know this right there. Okay. All right. With any contravention of this section to the extent that the law in question makes provision that is reasonably required in the interest of defense, public safety, public order, public morality, or public health. The reason why there was public disorder was because of what the police did, which was illegal, as indicated in section 11:1, brothers and sisters. Very, very, very clear. That is reasonably, and of course another one is that is reasonably required for the purpose of protection, the rights or freedoms of others. When you know that there's electoral reform going on, brothers and sisters, and the governments carry them on to put their own thing forward, and they're trying to make sure that the people do not protest against that of which they know will work against the people's true reflection, brothers and sisters, for free and fair elections. We've seen that this is a violation of the very Constitution right there. And 3, that imposes restriction upon public officers that are reasonably required for the proper performance of their functions. Keep in mind, proper performance of their functions is to abide by the Constitution, and the Constitution reminds them that the people have a right to assemble, and they chose to illegally prevent the people from their true right to assemble. I tell you, this thing is very easy to understand. Very easy to understand, brothers and sisters. Anyways, I'm going to leave it right there. I'll post this link. There's other stuff that you can probably check out right there. The arrest and the riot act and those kind of things there. It doesn't matter what the riot act say if it is against the Constitution. It is null and void. Alright? But brothers and sisters, you can check this out for yourself right there. I think I'm going on a whole long thing. But you guys understand the whole sentiment right there. I'll post this link in the description below so you guys can check it out right here. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. This is all I for this year. Monday vibrations are coming in hot today. But of course, guys, hopefully you guys understand the sentiment right there. And with that today right there, be real. Don't forget to click the like button if you've done that. So click the thumbs up button for me, brothers and sisters. Subscribe. Look the link somewhere. Well, it's probably over. I don't know how this thing is after I shift. But brothers and sisters, you can definitely check out or go in the at the bottom of the video and click subscribe, click the bell and click all, and you'll be notified when I post and publish my video right there. Do so, brothers and sisters, so we can keep that dialogue going. And of course, I would like to see a reference of Thompson speaking about what Skerritt's saying. Ah, Skerritt, really? Ah, right. Anyways, brothers and sisters, well, maybe I'm wrong. We want to get a result of what Thompson has to say in that regard right there. And with that said already, be real, salute the king always, brothers and sisters. Be positive.